What is good, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So we're gonna have a quick conversation today. We're gonna talk about what it truly means to be the operant power. And I know that you hear this all the time, but it really is true. And it is exactly what you think it is when you hear the operant power. It is you. You are God's eyes and ears. What I mean by this is God is having its own experience through you, through whatever lens you are deciding to look through. So if you are deciding to look through the lens of lack, that is where you are placing your source power. So it has no choice but to show you and push back to you what you are seeing, and that is through the eyes of lack. So you can only see lack. So let's say, for instance, that you and your specific person have an unhealthy relationship. You are looking through the eyes of someone who has an unhealthy relationship, and you are the operant power. So that is where you are directing your attention to. So you are using the source power, which you are one with source. This is why you have the same commands as God, that you can command your reality. So if you're putting your attention on the lack, then you can only receive lack. But if you decide to allow that lack to be there, because remember, it has the right to exist. It's not about changing that person, trying to get you, the person who is already in lack, to change to not be the person in lack. It is to choose the version of yourself who does not know any lack, who never had those same experiences that you have had previously when you were living in lack. Because now that you live in abundance, and knowing that you are the operant power, and knowing that you and your specific person have a healthy relationship, you are going to now put on the filter, put on the shades to see life as, now I have a healthy relationship. And the more that you've put your attention and awareness on that, regardless of what is going on in the 3D, because remember, you are still source irrespective of circumstances. It's not about doing anything to try to change what's happening out here. It is about choosing who you will be and what lens you are looking through, and where you are filtering your source power through. This is what it means to be the operant power, because the operant power knows that no matter what is going on, it is bigger than any situation, and it has command over any situation by not changing what's going on out here, but changing itself, moving into the lens, putting the correct lens on that you want to see. If you want to see more abundance, then that is all you have to see. You put on the lens of seeing abundance, and that is what you will see. This is where you are pushing your power into, filtering out, putting that source power into, and it has no choice but to bring it back to you. The issue I think we get here is when, let's say that you are not with your specific person, and you're affirming to change the circumstance where they're not talking to you, that you need them to unblock you and all these things, but you're doing it from only seeing through the lens of you not having them, you not being with them, the fact that you're blocked. You're seeing through the lens of that. So no matter what you try to affirm, as long as you are aware of the lack there, of the block, of the not being with them, then you're still affirming for that, because that is the lens that you have on. But if you decide to say, you know what, that does not exist, I now choose to see through the eyes of love, through the eyes of our healthy relationship, through the forgiveness or whatever it is, and you put that lens on, when you do affirm, when you do your techniques, you can only see the love, the forgiveness, the trust, the peace, the happiness, because you are affirming being that person. When you are affirming, or when you are doing anything at all, it is because you are aware of already being that person who has. And if you are our source of your reality, that means that everything is yours. Everything in this world is yours. You can experience it here and now, but you're going to only experience it through the lens that you decide to put on. So remember, you are God's eyes and ears, and you are putting the lens on, and God is saying, okay, that's what we're going to experience, because that's the lens that you are deciding to look through. And this is why God is no respecter of persons, or no respecter of like whatever reality you decide to live in, because it all has that right to exist. It's just about who you're going to be. And although you have everything, if you decide to look through lack, then God is saying, okay, you can have that experience of lack. But if you're going to say, you know what, I know that I'm abundant, I know that I'm prosperous, and I'm going to put the lens on of that, and I'm only going to see that, then that is what you are going to see. That is what's going to push through you. That is what's going to happen, because what you are doing within yourself at the end of the day is the true reality, not what's going on out here. It's not looking out here at the 3D and then reacting to what's appearing and then trying to change yourself through that. It's about choosing inwardly that I know that I'm the source, and I know that I have command, I have power over my reality, and I move from there, not worried about what's happening out here, because I can make whatever happens out here mean that it's on the bridge of incidents for me to have my manifestation. I don't have to change it. I only have to change myself, and everything else will reflect that. So it's all about what lens, what story you are deciding to look through when you are doing anything at all, or when you are being anything at all. It's about who you are deciding to be. And if you are the source, if you are the operant power, then of course you only want to look through the lens of the things that you want. So you can't hold on to any old stories of your specific person, of your money problems, or whatever that is, if you do not want to see through the lens of that. You choose a brand new story. And remember, that brand new story of you who has always had that successful relationship or has always had that abundance, never ever experienced what you experienced in the lack of the relationship or the lack of abundance. This is why it makes no sense to carry over what previously happened when you are deciding to see things from a different perspective, because there's only here and now. There's only now. So what you are choosing to do right now, today, in this moment, this is the only thing that matters, okay? It doesn't matter what your specific person said or did. Then if you believe that, you're still looking from that old lens. You choose who you're going to be, and the world has no choice but to respond. All right? So I'm going to leave this video right here. Remember, you are the operant power. You are telling God what you want to see by what lens you are looking through. All right? So remember, you guys, imagination is always on your side, and I am too. Don't forget to download all my freebies, and don't forget to subscribe and do all that stuff. And once again, I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.